Alright, welcome back. Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, game number 2 coming at you here. What is the final game of the series, of course. So we got Sync versus Druids here. Sync up 1-0. Of course, looking for a sweep themselves. That would be good for them right now because they only have the 1 point after 2 series so far. Getting 1 point at least right now, but one of those 3. Anyways, see an interesting start at the draft here. Got Moraxis first pick, but then Tempest first pick by Druids, and Zlapt is confused. He's not actually going to be playing Tempest here.
Rage quit.
Yeah, might as well leave. What's the point? What is the point? So, he's, no, but first, I mean, that tells you something, though, doesn't it? Like, Druids, even first picking it themselves. Taking it away from Zlapt, I guess.
Finally, we got something mixing it up a little bit here.
Yeah. Oh, there's the Flux. Okay, by the way, I was trying to get some clarification from others as well, and Serenia did make a point that Fluxo, it doesn't actually reveal, like we were talking about, it doesn't actually reveal the Veiled Rot. Again, obviously, Invis it does, but not Veiled Rot Invis. However, when you use it, and if you realize there's not 5 blips on the map, then you know something's up, as he put it. And that's a good point. I mean, so in that sense, it kind of does, but it's not like where it would with an Invis target where it actually you do see them. So, but yeah, that's so to clarify there. At least that's what Serenia said. I believe it. He's a smart guy. All right, Parasite, the jungle of choice for Sync instead. Something that, well, Zlapt has played plenty himself. Swiftblade coming out. We have not seen Swiftblade today. Until now.
That we haven't.
So Druid's ruining it.
Yeah, exactly. No, but Swiftblade, even though it's one of those I press one spell, I win the game kind of heroes, as everyone in Team Matchmaking puts it at least, it's still quite a fun hero to watch from a spectator point of view, I think, because it usually tends to be very aggressive with that other Parasite and the Pole Key that we've seen lately, so I like it. And it's, of course, good versus the Parasite, and the Puppet Master can get you out of the Puppet's hold, and versus Moraxis in some cases, I guess. Maybe not as good. Swift Slashes isn't very effective, but usually you can see the Moraxis coming at least.
Yeah.
And get that Swift off.
Yeah, man, Moraxis. Sync has really been making priority to this here lately, too. So this is another one. Obviously, got a lot of attention with the patch. And I can't say many of us are surprised by any means at it with the amount of play time he is getting. So pretty good reason. Got some decent ones there.
So it seems like Moraxis, usually, though, when you play the Parasite, you want to have a solid stun in the mid. You run dual lineup, or you run dual lanes in the mid with stuns. But Parasite wants to come in with a Catman or Skeleton or something like that, and usually wants something to set it up to buy the time for Parasite to get in the position, of course. And Moraxis, he doesn't really provide that. It's versus Flux probably once again, though, and Sync made a really strong statement in game number 1 that, 2 versus 1 versus Flux, we can dive the tower early on. So I feel like the Druids really need to prepare for that.
Yeah.
Tempest isn't necessarily an offensive force there either. He's going to be sitting back and can't assist Flux too much. So I feel like Druids, they should not make the same mistake twice and just let the Druid, or let Flux, being played by Crack, just suffer throughout the laning phase once again.
Just deal with it. What are you saying? Just deal with it. Bans Glacius, Lodestone, Pharaoh, Drunken Master, Andromeda, and Magnus there as well were the overall bans here. So a lot of suicide heroes being banned out. Suicide potential at least, but mix of supports as well. So Sync gonna think about it now. Ooh, right click and Cersei, Myrmidon, a couple of different support options. We've seen them even do some crazy stuff with Thunderbringer and Artesia. I don't think Flens is going to ever let Insane draft Artesia again, that's for sure.
Rhapsody. Okay.
Rhapsody.
Solid one. It's good versus the Swiftblade Ultimate, and Tempest Ultimate as well, if you got the correct position, which we saw in that insane team fight during game number 1. And that's a Luna. Is that a support Luna? Yeah, I would assume so.
Yeah. Probably going to be a support.
So, is that Swiftblade? I don't know if that's going. I don't want to see Swiftblade suicide in this game because of how weak he is in a 1 versus 1 versus the Puppet Master. I would prefer to see Swiftblade in more of a carry role. And in that case, Aluna, Flux, yeah, it makes a pretty strong statement in the mid. They should be able to shut down the Raxus. So now they got the Suicide Hero left in that case.
Well, Druids, we'll see what option they go with here to give to Zibby, I'm sure, eventually. Midas is banned, right? Yeah, Midas being taken out initially, yeah.
As you mentioned, they banned a lot of Suicide Heroes, so they're getting rid of all the Zibby heroes, more or less. I don't know what else there is for him to pick up. Electrician, maybe. Burst down that Parasite puzzle box.
Yeah, that's something. Some out-of-the-box thinking right there. Can't pick Deadlift, unfortunately. I'd like to see him, but he's not in tournament rules yet. Probably for good reason. Geomancer's still there.
Yeah, he's actually, like, I don't know. I like that hero. I think he's underrated. Boxy was playing it sometimes for BMG, but it's just completely died off.
He played with it. He played it very well, and it's like, oh, let's all forget about this hero now. Let's just never see it again. Yeah,
Tundra is one hero that I feel has a lot of potential as a hero in general. Not maybe as a suicide, but in the mid. I feel like if he gets a small buff as well, I feel like he can definitely be a very strong hero on the competitive scene, because usually you know how to micro when you get to this kind of top tier level. And Tundra usually goes very well with Druid's lineup as well when they have all that post haste. You can, of course, port it to the bird.
All right. So they actually do go the Malakin route, so that is going to be a Pro Busk playing the Malakin here. And then Zebe will get his hands on Swiftblade, of course. So they do instead go the Suicide Swiftblade in the end. Coming out for
I don't know. Swiftblade would have had... he would have been up versus a Behemoth in a 1-versus-1 as well, and that spin, of course, is very deadly. Now it's Malakin versus Behemoth instead, and I guess the Malakin's still going to do just fine, but... I don't know. I feel like they should have had... okay, I just feel like the Swiftblade is not going to have any impact whatsoever versus a Puppet Master.
That's true. Obviously, pretty vulnerable against that, especially without the spin, but we'll see if that comes into play. I'm sure it will. Druids all 5 right off the bat. Hey, no pause here. Nice fluid start here. Don't speak too soon.
Surprise, surprise.
Don't speak too soon. So they're going to the bottom lane, though. It's act like they did Kongor.
That, by the way, that was something that I was thinking about earlier today when, like, we were also discussing, like, the whole thing that Insania said, we, don't show off too much in before DreamHack in this DreamHack warm-up event. Yeah. Why did the Druids go for that Kongor kill? Like, they literally, like, they had practiced that. It was so clear because they were so disciplined and so freaking on top of everything with, like, the health pots and the rotations, like who was tanking Kongor. So why reveal that? I mean, that was a lineup that nobody would shake Kongor for. If they would have pulled that in DreamHack, they would have had an amazing lead. But now everyone, when playing versus Druids at DreamHack, are going to look for that. But,
yeah, you could. Yeah, I kind of agree. It is a case of just the level 1. It's obviously that's always been the case with Kongor level 1. It goes in phases. It'll happen once. And then it seems like there's that period of a month or so after that, yeah, everyone's checking for it. It'll never happen again. And then people kind of tend to then forget about it. So, yeah, I do agree that Druid's almost ruining it for everyone, maybe. It's like just to do it there in yesterday's matches, which, again, obviously fun to see and entertaining. But, yeah, it's maybe a little bit preemptive to have done it. But they did it, and so we'll probably not see a level 1 Kongor thanks to Druids here.
Wait, the Druids are playing World Elite first series, right?
They are. They are.
Then let's predict Kongor level 1 versus World Elite. Yay!
That's, yeah, if they are Hellborn, that's... How about that? Legion level 1 Kongor. Now that would be something.
That would be too risky. Not at an event like DreamHack. If you are caught, you are so screwed for the rest of the game. So I don't know. That would be too greedy, I think.
But it would be fun for us to watch, and we're what matters.
That it would.
Who cares about all the money on the line and pride and whatever? But yeah, you see the other series right there while we're in this pause, just checking it in. Ooh, a couple interesting stuff, but give an update for you guys as we have it on that Complexity versus BMG. But back to this one. The whole 5 really sticking together here.
That they are.
Maybe catch Puppet, but no, he's going to be a little too safe. Lensmeister poking in, checking it out, realizing that they're coming, and we'll have to fall back. So Parasite, he didn't go boots, so he's not going to necessarily be aggressive, at least off the bat, but maybe figuring since they do go through that he's going to go up there. They double block the pole camp here.
How are they putting up the lanes here? Are they going to keep Aluna in the mid lane, or are they going to babysit the Malikan? Because I feel Malikan could do very well versus Behemoth 1 versus 1. Kizu actually even went for the boots. So Kizu is predicting that there's going to be an Aluna babysitting Malikan. But I would personally, if I were Druid, just go for the Aluna in the mid. Just shut down this Meraxus instead. Mickey has just been so strong on this hero lately. So I feel like I would want to address that if I were Sync. Or I mean if I were Druids.
Yeah, that's a good point, especially being the Behemoth, but yeah, for now she's heading up here and maybe gonna run the Parasite.
And they really are making the same mistake again with this Flux. Like he's going to have a complete non-factor or a complete like non-presence throughout the entire laning phase. I just don't see it. It was so obvious that it was going to happen again. Just put Aluna in the mid and just crush this Meraxus instead.
Well, they center top lane. And geez, look at the lane positioning off the bat for Behemoth. Actually pretty solid here. We see that fissure stun of his helping with that. Probusky able to get a little bit of a pull, but yeah, they didn't necessarily pick up on that for whatever reason, and so now Flux yet again is in that tough spot.
This. He missed the block.
That still might not matter, actually. It still kind of is a block as he's forced to run into the lane here, and into Parasite. Bloodlust kill for Kizu.
Well
and
played.
It just gets worse. Yeah, very good rotation.
He didn't even have a creep. Like most Parasite players would have been like, wait, let me get a creep and then I will come. But the Slap is just like, I'm just gonna head over. Leech is all that's needed. Gets the kill. Nice, simple execution. Giving them a big lead already.
Alright, oh, nope, okay. So, are we good? Or?
It's about damn time.
Okay. But yeah, Rhapsody is rotating a little bit right here. Scouting out, maybe seeing if she can find the Tempest for the time being, but happen to not run into him. Iceland go in the, what's it called? I'm blanking out. Ion Stone, that's right. Go in the Ion Stone here, as we mentioned in the Complexity series. Been doing that a little bit lately, so has his own style. Way to help rune control there. Parasite's going to just run on by the middle lane. He has a Wild Hunter, but going to make his way into his own jungle. I mean, really, only the one camp blocked in the end, in the pull camp, so. Flux is chasing him. Oh, I guess we're going for the 2-minute rune.
Oh.
Oof, Flux got it, but it was only refreshment, so not that big of a deal. Double damage.
What did
for
Tempest get?
Tempest. See, that's the cool thing about Ion Stone. You not only can then put it in Ion Stone, but then you just pick it up yourself as well. So, I mean, he now has a full double damage rune on top of mini charges of it to help enhance his farm a little bit. So, I think there is something to this Ion Stone jungle here.
Yeah, it's interesting. That's for sure. And actually, Courier's gonna come deliver something. Oh, it's just a health pot, okay.
Nothing crazy.
Poor little Courier, having to run into the dark forest all alone.
Yeah, it's still ground courier. Yeah, that's something. I'm gonna upgrade that little guy. Get the chance. I'm sure Luna, when she has 200 gold, may, but not just yet. Flux 9-1 here in the middle lane, but of course Meraxus much better, 19-4. Flux at least is staying alive this time. Last game he had 3 deaths very early on. Hasn't done yet. So how's that going for him?
And Sib down at the bot lane, he's doing alright. He's actually 200 gold per minute. He's level 4. It's not as good as Puppet Master, but not just necessarily a favorable matchup for him. So
no. Yeah, it is a 1 versus 1, but yeah, it's definitely not the most favorable for sure. Let's see why. And so Zibe's doing his darnest. Doesn't have any more regen on him now currently. That's going to be, I'm sure Flensmeister very aware of that. Continuing to pound in the auto attacks.
I like the decision by Flens as well, not going for Puppet's hold at all. He's just maxing out the show and the whiplash. Or wait, his Puppet show is still level 1. He hasn't even skilled, unless he went for stats, but...
No, he's probably just waiting, if anything, for the opportunity if it comes, yeah. Although I don't know why you wouldn't at least just get one in both. It seems like having both overall is just better, but... Uh-oh.
You know, he doesn't, you know, Swiftblade is just gonna wait with the spin, so it doesn't matter, I guess. But I mean, you can still use it, like, you force Swiftblade to use the spin, because the spin costs more mana than the Puppet's Hold, so...
Yeah. This is an interesting pause here. You see Rhapsody. Now, there's an Invis rune, so yeah, I can understand being a little bit frustrated against pause right here, but this is going to be fun to see how it plays out of it. I assume Rhapsody's going to die. It's just going to be a matter of if she picks up the Invis rune or not. Right here. I think if she's able to snipe
probably
that.
Gonna get it. Yeah, he's gonna get the Invis rune, but he's gonna go down.
Will still die, I'm sure.
Yeah. Question is, I think that the Legion team are just gonna retreat. There's no way that they're gonna get anything out of this. They got the Fisher stun up. If I were a Rhapsody right now, I would just spam my Staccato stun, of course, as well as take the Invisibility rune. Deal as much damage as possible towards the Tempest.
Yeah.
Don't think it's gonna matter though. There's still... Okay, Emerald Lightning is on cooldown as well, so it's the Glacial Blast. Maraxus, it depends on how manly he is. It is Mickey, but Probath is actually running over as well, so... I think Sinclair is gonna go back.
So once the lag issue's dealt with here, yeah, it should definitely be a kill for Druids, and probably going to be it coming out. So, okay, an update on the other matchup. Ooh, that's kind of gotten a little bit closer than I checked earlier before. See, Complexity versus BMG, I believe. What did I say? BMG? Yeah, BMG won the first game of that series, so trying to pick up some nice points right there with a 2-0, but Complexity trying to get their 1 point at this time. As Fuzzy Sloth, level 16, highest level in the game, actually. Playing the Midas there, 6-1-7, jeez. That helps with that. They're running the carry Swiftblade there, apparently.
Yeah, 1-4.
Yeah, not as good. Right there, going up against Sandwraith and Blitz. Who does he play in the Blitz? Wow, he's under-leveled big time, jeez. Oh, Fusion and Jungle and Tempest, interesting.
Haven't seen that one before. Level 15 as well.
Yeah,
They don't have too much. They only have the Swift Slashes to cancel the Tempest Ultimate, so if this goes into the late game with the Sandwraith as the hard carry as well, I think the game is still pretty close.
Yeah, that's about, what, 26 minutes in right there, so looks like Tower's in advantage of Complexity too, but yeah, again, that should be being casted by Mathematical over there on his stream, so you can get some dual stream and check it out as well. But back to this one, Rhapsody, yep, okay, so she gets the Invis, but it does die, so pretty much as we expected that to turn out.
Oh my god.
And now it's the Hellborn's team to pause. Now they got to figure out what they want to do here. This is Han is the newest and best turn-based game. This is our latest patch, guys. It's no longer
you get
instant
10
action.
seconds. 10 seconds of time, then you need a pause.
Got some turn-based going on. Do you ever play like Final Fantasy?
No, unfortunately. I know how it works, but I haven't played myself.
Yeah.
I played a bit of chess in those kind of turn-based games, though.
Alright. I've heard of chess before. It's pretty fun.
That it is.
Pretty classic. I will say I've been practicing for the Smash Bros. Tournament.
Oh, really?
What I got coming up, yeah. I got a Wii U.
Damn.
got
That's a
Smash
good...
Bros.
Oh, man, I'm gonna do that as well. I don't have it at my place, but my family still got it, so maybe I pay them a visit and actually practice a little bit with my brothers.
Yeah, I will say again, I'm still disappointed it's not a N64 version. But
yeah,
everyone's so young.
That was days.
I don't even know if Mika was born when it was out.
Yeah. Shoot. Oh, yeah. That's a tough one.
Okay. I think maybe we're good now.
Yeah.
Haven't decided yet if we're both actually ready. So we'll see how this turn plays out here for Druids.
Everyone is saying ready, but nobody's unpausing.
I love
Classic.
that. I love that. It's just like, okay, everyone's ready. Now let's sit here a little bit longer.
They probably even forgot who made a
Yeah.
pause originally. Like, that's the case sometimes. Like, why can't we not go? Are you guys ready? And the other team is just like, you guys paused.
Yeah. Yeah, it's pretty fun. All right. All right. Let's go. So, once again, round to be picked off there by Druids. So, well played. Flux, see, again, managing a lot better this time around. Is also level 5 here compared to the More Access level 4. So, even despite the creep farm well in More Access's favor, Flux is having a much better time here. Bottom lane, Swiftblade, he's in a little bit of trouble. Parasite coming out. They know the spin's down, so they're trying to commit to a kill right here. Don't want to tower dive too much, though. Puppet Master, realizing why. Takes a lot of damage in return, so good job by Zibe staying alive. And putting out some, well, tower damage onto them as a result. Seems like he's doing okay down there, at least. But yeah, so again, prioritizing this Malikan big time, especially with having Aluna up here. Is it paying off is the question. And the fact that Behemoth is level 5, I almost want to say no.
No, it's not paying off whatsoever. I have no clue why they're still having a Luna up here.
Yeah.
To me, it makes no sense. I would have rotated to the mid as soon as I saw the lanes were shaping up. Which I felt was pretty obvious, seeing as, you know, well, by just looking at the draft. Would have. I feel like if you're up versus Sync, like, the one that makes everything happen in the early game is usually Mika. So I feel like shutting him down is, like, the best way to go when you're up versus Sync, more or less. If he doesn't get that, you know, fast polgy timing, then everything is going to get delayed. Because Sync is always counting on Mika finding farm, and usually he does. Even if he's up versus 1 versus 2, he finds that farm. He's, like, always on 300 gold per minute. But, yeah, that doesn't mean that you shouldn't address it.
Bottom lane, look at this. Tempest coming in. Oh, just out of range. If Tempest has boots, maybe a different story, but just out of range. And now Behemoth out of nowhere almost. Voodoo Papa comes out. The Elemental Void going to be used. Tempest says, screw it. Might as well try for something right here. Swiftblade with the spin on top, but he was very late. He ran away initially, so the communication not necessarily on point. Malikan ports in and does get a kill onto Behemoth. But that could have been both, actually, if Swiftblade was in there spinning right from the beginning.
It could have been, yeah. Yeah, it would have been tough. I'm not sure if they would have had a Parasite. It was a TP coming in from Malikan that, like, kind of changed Swiftblade's mind, and he was like, okay, screw it, I'm gonna go in.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I feel, I agree with you. He could have probably gotten a little bit more.
Whew, those staccato stunts, yes. The leech comes out to finish him off. So, ultimately, the rotation with that death right there, arguably hurting Probusk more than helping, even though we got the kill in the end. So, good job by Sync.
That it is. And Mika, 400 gold per minute soon on Meraxus. He's looking for the portal key. He's still got a long way to go, but it's only 7 minutes into the game yet. I mean, Aluna is level 4, Flux is level 6. This is looking scary once again. Parasite, 270 gold per minute as well. Slap has been rotating a lot, or running around a lot. He's been all over the map.
How about that right there, by the way? Well played by Parasite. Not often well, I'll get that in a second. Anyways, Malikan, he comes in, though. The possession used right there. Parasite, no, he does go down. He tried to infest at the last second, but gets picked off. More access also being collapsed on. Throws out the stomp, doesn't have Matrix, of course, already used, and he will fall. So Probusk does clean up there as he comes back and is going to farm even a little bit on top of that. So right there, Probusk looking good now, 400 gold per minute after that. Now they're going to push middle. But what I was getting at, Parasite actually used the Vagabond with the Mana Burn right there. And he actually ran in, he Mana Burned Flux, preventing him from using the release ability and helping them secure that kill onto him initially. So a pretty good use right there. Again, meaning we don't see often, but did kind of backfire in the end. Team there.
It did.
Good job.
Yeah, Probusk was dead, so they should. Oh wait, he's gonna initiate to the top lane. Oh, nice by Kiesa, by the way, porting out there, knowing for a fact that that ultimate was down. It has a long cooldown, 100 a second.
It is pretty long.
Damn.
Yeah, well, at level 1, yeah, but 60 seconds at level 3, obviously. Not too shy.
Look at the bot lane, by the way, Flux or Flans.
Yep, he goes down. Well played right there at the bottom lane. He collapsed. Not sure how it started necessarily, but does secure the kill. And I did see the Aluna power throw coming in as well, so yeah, that's again that synergy kicking in as long as any kind of stun hero can jump in. She can follow up with a long-range power throw here. And assist for that kill, so good job from Serenia. Didn't get the assist right there, though, actually. But the point is he tried. Swift play bottom lane. He got caught somehow a little too far. Not sure exactly how it played out there like that, but for some reason he was even behind the initial tower.
He was probably using an offensive spin just to deny Puppet Monsters or Puppet Monster as much farm as possible, because Puppet was dead. So he was like, okay, I'm gonna go behind the tower and I'm gonna use my spin, just make sure that my own creeps just die to the tower before Puppet Monster respawns and TPs down here. But unfortunately for him, Kiss was in position, and with the help of Slab, he went down.
Yeah. Oh, Malikan. He's setting up in the middle lane, but not often, honestly. We see Probus kind of really trying to be very active early on in the game with this team, but they were trying to bait it out right there, but Sync does not fall for it. Top rune, it's going to be a race. Sword throw in. Regen already picked up, though, by Rhapsody. Will he possession? Yes, he will, but he's going to run. So...
Oh, wait, Miraxis, though. Elemental Void is up.
Oh, he actually got something with the Arcane Shield right there, but Malikan chasing. It's not going to matter, though. He runs away.
Why don't they use the Elemental Void, though?
Yeah.
That is, like... I don't know. I mean, there's not going to come a better opportunity. I mean, you get 1 kill. Come on, go for it. You don't need to be greedy and go for 2 kills this early on into the game. Like, 1 kill on Mickey. I mean, we've been talking about it throughout this game as well. Like, you need to stop his bulky timing. Address that problem, and you are a long way versus Sync. But still, no Elemental Void, even when he had a perfect opportunity.
Yeah, and also something about, I mean, the other thing about that really got me was the fact that Malikan goes in, catches the sword throw on a Rhapsody, and then actually runs away after using the ultimate. And it's like, wait, that shouldn't be happening. A main support Rhapsody scaring off an ulti for Malikan. But for some reason, Probus just wasn't comfortable standing in there, and yeah, maybe missed out on an opportunity to get the kill out of him. So, a little bit sloppy there, definitely, from Druids. Mickey continues to get bigger and better, 370 gold per minute now. Of course, that portal key coming. Has a regen rune on him. Gonna use the axes like crazy now.
Kiss is actually going to get the portal key faster than Miraxis. That's insane.
Yeah. That is pretty crazy, actually. 1850 gold saved up. Yeah, at this rate, a couple more creep kills. How has he managed to do that? Jeez. He's level 8 on top of that. Yeah, this is a suicide behemoth where, again, the idea, especially for the Hellborn team with the Luna up there, was to really just box him out, if anything. Clearly not mission accomplished.
Nope, he's been making an amazing job so far. I like the fact that he has rotated down here and just started pulling the camp as well, because Puppet Monster has been in a 1 versus 1 situation, and Parasite doesn't necessarily take up the most space in the forest, so they're managing the resources very, very well in this game.
We got right here, Behemoth, again, just about finished. Going to clean up a yellow camp. Invis rune top lane. Meanwhile, Miraxis pops that Arcane Shield. Goes off,
Same
though.
situation again.
There's the Elemental Void, but the Protective Melody in range. Nice job with the Greenstone, though, from Aluna. But Miraxis says, you know what, we might as well fight this. Pops the Matrix. He goes down, though, in the end. They did get the kill on Tempest, but now Malikan jumps in. Down goes Rhapsody. Off to the side, Aluna also picked off. So a 2-for-2 exchange. I think that's how it will end. So, yeah, similar to before. This time they do use it. And it, well, it kind of works out there at least. Oh, actually, Kraken getting caught over here as well. So it wasn't over just yet. I was watching Malikan run away, but...
And the tower push is real.
Unless Swiftblade can maybe deny it.
I think it's going to be a deny.
Oh,
yeah,
again, yeah,
there's no way the sinking could be... Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, we'll push them off at least for that and get the tower deny. So minor victory there for Druids, definitely, but obviously Sync, especially with the way that finished with the kill on a Flux, very good news for them. And Probus does end up finishing the Whispering Helm first here.
Same route as Puppet Monster in that case.
Yeah.
Puppet Monster, by the way, is not doing as good as you might expect him to do. Of course, Behemoth has been down there in the forest, taking up a lot of farm as well as the Parasite. Going for Astro, by the way, on Parasite. That's,
Stuck in his ways.
Suicide versus Suicide. Behemoth won.
Yep, that portal key, the shockwave it looks like was used. Got the jump onto him and eventually picks him off, so. Good job taking out Swiftblade. And now he's going to even push it out a little more. Again, this is a Suicide Behemoth. He's going to be level 11 here soon.
Yeah, and look at the Legion team, or the Hellborn team now. I have no clue why they're actually, like, making this push going. What's going on at the bottom, by the way? Kisser's going down.
He got a little greedy there. He was hanging around a little too much. And Flux made him pay for it, but at what cost here? Parasite and Puppet Master coming in. Flux, he will end up dying. The TP's happening. But I think Sync reacted in time.
Yeah, no Swift Slashes on Swiftblade, unfortunately.
Yeah,
Miraxus picked up a pull key as well. He doesn't have it on him. The courier is going to deliver it in a haste.
Oh, boy. And right away, the perfect jump. Wow.
Damn.
Gets it delivered. He's like, hey, this is convenient. Jumps 2 heroes. They go down. That was beautiful.
And now he's going to pour top, I would assume, to get yet another pick off on Probusk. Or? No?
Well, still hanging around. Would have been by himself, so.
He waited for it, but Probusk is actually falling back. He was trying to set it up together with Kieso with his respawn, but Probusk being too smart for them this time.
Yeah, did not want to overextend right there, so falls back into the farm of the jungle. Parasite, excuse me, Puppet Master pushing out the bottom lane a little more. Going to apply some good pressure here. You see a Luna. Red power throw through to kind of counter push a little bit. She's pretty good at counter push with that said. And something else, another kind of decent benefit of the hero. One that we don't see often as of late at least.
Look at Miraxus and Rhapsody, by the way. They're sneaking in towards mid. Flux is maybe not the most tanky, but it's going to take some time.
How about this, by the way? I'm just so intrigued. He's going to die right here, but he went Portal Key on Kraken, or on, Kraken playing the Flux. That is different for him, man. Luna, by the way, don't really know what the goal was there, but doesn't work out. Swiftblade, he goes down quickly as well. And all of a sudden, Malcolm's by himself off to the side. Tempest is coming in, has an Elemental Void. But uh-oh, that's going to be too much. Malikan's going to fall, basically helps kill himself. Hat-trick coming out for Slapped right here. And Tempest, the chase continues. Slapped, going for the quad kill, he picks it up. GG, well played. Just like that, the game's over. As Sync takes game number 2, and that'll do it for the series here. So Sync, they do get a series sweep in the end as they defeat Druids 2-0. So what a crazy event we got going on here for
it's
this.
So even. Every single team, just never know who's going to win. Now this makes that Sync is up to 4 points and tied with Streets at the top, I think.
I believe so, yeah. I was actually going to update the brackets here real quickly. So what was that? So that was Druids. They lost right there. So Druids, 1-1-1 right now. So with the 4 points, you got Sync, the same record, 1-1-1, and 4 points. And there we go. And so obviously the BMG Complexity Series also going to tell us a bit too. Reason Gaming not playing today. Played twice yesterday.
And twice tomorrow. Last words on this game. I really feel like if they would have had a Luna in the mid, this would have been a completely different game. I'm still not quite sure. Because, Kisu found his pull key, or he found the farm and his levels anyway, so that was questionable. And that was the second game in a row that they let Flux more or less just die in the middle. Or just starve to death in the middle, so... Definitely something that I should look into if they want to pick up the Flux in the future, because Crack is such a good Flux player.
Yeah.
But yeah, Sync Esports finally getting the 2-0 series, and it's without the Tempest this time. And it's without the Wretched Hag on top of that.
They can do it. They can win games without those heroes. Go figure. No. But yeah, no, that's actually pretty. That's really true. The Wretched Hag. Not picked up that time. That's actually kind of interesting because actually Hack wasn't banned or anything like that. They just they chose to pick a Puppet Master instead of that.
No, they figured like when Tempest was stolen, they were like, screw it, no points anymore. So they just went for something completely different.
Okay, let's go ahead and hop in this other game here.
Oh, it's still going on.
It looks like it, yeah. I mean, come on, it's Complexity. Of course it's still going on.
Sure. Is it paused? Can I jump?
Well, I just jumped in, so hopefully it is.
Alright, I follow you, lead.
Oh, yeah. It wasn't paused, but oh well. It's not a big deal. They, I asked them to pause, so. Yeah, just go ahead and jump. There's nothing really crazy going on right now. Anywho, we got, let me put the in-game on here. There we go. Alright, so Bad Monkey Gaming versus Complexity Gaming here. Again, BMG is up 1-0 in this series. They won the first game, so working off of that again. That was also a 22-minute game. I mean, they just destroyed that first game, apparently. So, game number 2, it's much closer, to say the least, between these two teams. Very interesting things on both sides. What's standing out to me, again, the Hellborn side. Look at Sandwraith, man. Baltazar's farm like crazy. Just got a Frosto Skull even on top of the Mock and the Geometer's Bane he has. So that's always scary to see if you're the other side here. Boxy on Kinesis, always scary as well. And he's done pretty well, it looks like. Sheepstick, Sacrificial Stone. 12, 4, and 10. Geez, being very active here.
Wait, who had a sacrificial?
Kinesis.
Ah, Kinesis.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Energizer, yeah.
Yeah, he's got quite a bit here. Legion side, what do they got going for them? Swiftblade's doing pretty well, too. 450 GPM. He's got the Genjiro. He actually went Thunderclaw. Interesting.
What?
Yeah.
What is that about?
Typical. Huh.
Yeah, why do you go for Thunderclaw on a Swiftblade? I have absolutely no idea. There's no point. Not that I can see, at least. Rundax is, well, much better for the late game if you're looking to transition into that and just go for that hard carry. But if you want to be offensive early on, I feel like Energizer is the way to go. Just keep the movement speed running and just run between the camps with that spin, counter push, get some tower kills. Thunderclaw doesn't make too much sense, but okay. Formless, trying something new. I guess we're gonna just have to wait and see how it works out. Didn't see how it worked out. Oh, he's got 8 depth, so might have been one of those like drastic I need to recover fast options.
Yeah, obviously it's hard to really say with jumping in this late, 45 minutes now into the game, so only so much we can work off of here. But also find it interesting that, look at Tempest. He actually ended up going a Nullstone here on top of the Shrunken Head. I guess that does help prevent Swiftblade from being able to stop his ulti.
Yep, nobody else to do it.
Other than Legionnaire, if he gets a position.
Oh, yeah, true.
He's able to
but
position himself.
Hopefully focusing here on Tempest is going to place the ultimate on top of him.
Yeah.
As long as he jumps in the middle, it should be fine. It's only if he has it like on the edge, and Legionnaire jumps on the other side and gets the taunt off. But the risk of that happening is not too big at this point. And the usual Legionnaire, if I look at the Legion lineup, he's probably going to be one of the main initiators for the Legion team, so might not even look to do it.
Man, I'm still not sold on this idea of jungle BMG, man. It's just so odd seeing it from them still, but I guess it's just
this is
a new era, a new time.
This is what they should bring at DreamHack, though.
Yeah.
Just random first pick Tempest. Just be like, hey, what's up, boys?
Yeah, more BMG, the new BMG. Running the Tempest. Midas, he's in an interesting spot right here. He's nearby Bad Monkey Gaming, but looks like he's going to be fine in the end. Of course, Complexity constantly fearing for their lives with Sandwraith, I'm sure. And his potential. I will say the lineup here of the Hellborn team, it's not necessarily the best synergy with Sandwraith, I feel. There's not really any global presence to follow it up or any like long range for that matter. You know, they don't have an empath necessarily. So
That's true.
it's a little funky with the lineup.
Yeah, I didn't consider that, but that's a good point. So it's only the Kinesis, more or less, that can be a little bit active early on, but I guess the Kraken to 1 point, but it's not like the Pharaoh or something like that. It's just got that long-range initiation.
Yeah. So they're royally keeping together right here at the middle lane.
Don't look back.
Sandwraith, he pops the ulti. Is he going anywhere? I don't think so. No, he's just going to farm out the bottom. Just using it to scout there. Was it 80-second going at this point? Yeah. So.
Look at this blitz, by the way. Holy!
Yeah, he's going
It's
really fast.
yeah, the move or like the animation when he's running the Ultimatars is hilarious when he has that blue blitzkrieg or that quicken on him.
Yeah, that's true. Blitz not as a hero in general we see often. Quicken is an interesting tool. It's obviously a pretty good movement speed increase for you and your allies, and can apply to like Sandwraith to either help get away or help chase people down, which I'm sure will be used here in this game. So you see again, especially with him, the fact that he can even run faster than the haste speed, pretty crazy stuff.
Yeah. Lightning Shackles, his ultimate, that slows through BKB, I would assume. the damage doesn't go through.
I
would
think the
assume that
slow still does, yeah.
Yeah. So it could be a good tool versus Swift Blade when he's in the spin. I'm not sure if that was what they were thinking about, but yeah, adds up.
Oh, Kraken, he's gonna get the jump first on a Midas. Midas quick burst, gets thrown in the air, down he goes. So just like that, big start. Whoa, what you got? Jumps in, but his team ran away. They're on a different page. He does get the quick kill on a blitz, but he's left alone. And he goes down. Sandwraith in the background, Sheepstick on a Swiftblade. There's the mass control. And down goes Swiftblade. It is safe to say Complexity's not on the same page at all. That fight. Double taps coming out. And Bad Monkey Gaming is now, they say, screw Congar, we're going to go for the base here instead. That was odd. I mean, yeah, what you got blinked in as his teammates were running away. That was not on the same page there.
Yeah, unfortunately, communication not on top. That was a very beautiful initiation by Maki at the start, just spot on with the Tsunami Charge and releasing Kraken. But yeah, what you got definitely should have made sure that his team was behind him before he went in there. They need to limit their losses at that point. Now they're going to lose one set of racks, if not even more.
Yeah, and their losses at that time was Midas. And maybe, I guess, Congar would have done very possibly happen, sure. But yeah, that's a lot better than losing middle racks, losing bottom tower, and very possibly the bottom racks as well at this rate. I mean, Swiftblade has a buyback, but, well, Swiftblade's the only one that can. And he would be by himself. So, I mean, I understand why he's not, honestly. It's like, what's the point there?
They got the Elemental Void up still, yeah, wow. They won a team fight that convincingly without Elemental Void.
Yeah, I mean, so just because of that decision to jump back in, all of that happened. So really unfortunate there for Complexity, and now you got Bad Monkey Gaming the lead. Again, really stat-wise, it's not like the craziest, but obviously on paper, we know that this is a very big lead here for BMG right now because of what just happened. And Sandwraith, he's going to have his next tier item now, or at least coming up here. Whatever they may be.
Wingbow? I would guess, yeah.
Yeah, okay. Alright. I was thinking more like the Brutalizer, more just, or even the Savage Mace at this point. Especially now that Swiftblade got a Wingbow himself.
Yeah,
but
true. Brutalizer could work as well.
Yeah, more defensive himself, I guess. Which is fine, too. Stats
you know,
nice.
It scales pretty well with this ultimate and all.
Yeah, that's true. Uh-oh, middle lane. Tempest, he does have the portal key, the whole setup here. So really Complexity, they're almost kind of resetting as if the Tempest ultimate's down. They figure, like, oh, we might as well go now. But as you mentioned, I mean, Tempest ultimate wasn't used last fight, so they have everything here on BMG's side. Swiftblade, he's charging in. Don't know about that. He's going to spot Swift Slash. Just hope for the best right here. A lot of illusion damage, though. The spin on top of releases Kraken. There's the Elemental Void. It's not going to be stopped. And that's going to be a full duration really on it. Swiftblade. Taunt comes out, but Swiftblade dead. Down goes Rhapsody. Down goes Magmas. They're just falling like flash right here. And Midas, the mass control, he will get out of there. But obviously, once again, damage done by Bad Monkey Gaming.
That it was. BMG is playing really well in general today, I feel.
Yeah.
I mean, as little as we have seen from this series, it just seems like they're on a roll ever since they won versus Sync. The game number 2. Once again, like, they have nothing to deal, or they cannot deal with the Samrath, like the Legion team. The Hellborn team, or a Legion team, they got so much to worry about. Like, you need to first of all look out for the release the Kraken, and then you need to deal with the Kinesis mass control. Obviously, you cannot get hit by that. And then there is the Tempest ultimate, as well as the Samrath ultimate, canceling all your portal keys. So you're gonna have to run in there. And that's going to take a few seconds, and yeah, it's just disastrous in those teamfights right now.
There's the Wingbow coming out from Sandwraith, gets it delivered in full. Look at the hero damage done, by the way, at this point. 52 minutes in, about 25%. A quarter of the hero damage done this game has been in the hands of Sandwraith. Again, not too surprising in the late game especially, but really gives you another idea just how strong this hero is. Once it reaches this point, if he has some decent farm especially, which he does here, of course. So, well, BMG, or Complexity, though, not a team to concede. They're down to the one range racks middle. Well, I guess the bottom. It's the middle one.
BMG should have gone all in. Just go for the freaking racks. You got buybacks. Or maybe you don't. They got on 2, 3, I don't know. I feel like they could have gotten that range racks, but they're going to play it safe, so.
Yeah, I don't want to go too crazy here. Might as well play the safe route. Go back, kill up Congar, and let Complexity, because yeah, what are they going to do? They have to keep pushing out their base now. They didn't get mega creeps at least, but It's well, they may actually try to stop Congo here. They are heading over, but they're probably just gonna get here just too late.
Oh, they just have to do something. This is like
of course.
Kind of.
Oh, Swiftblade's already spinning.
Oh, BKB used on Tempest, by the way.
Oops.
He was looking to go in, but for some reason he changed his mind.
Yeah. Well, Complexity does fall back though, and again pushes out the lane. So Conquer happens. Complexity choosing not to find it after that, and you know that's good for them, of course. We talk about that all the time. It's going in just way too late, and obviously the backfire is plenty. So playing more safe themselves there, but yeah, pending some crazy overstep here from BMG, where they don't have buybacks and they just get slaughtered. No, actually, I mean, I guess I'm looking at it, and the middle racks was cleared out by Complexity earlier. I didn't even take that into consideration, so there is that at least.
Oh,
yeah.
What? I missed that.
Well, I think that happened before we even joined. So.
Oh.
Yeah, that's why I didn't even notice it either. But I mean, so that kind of makes sense there. That why they
okay,
may
now
still
it
be
makes a
sticking
lot
in
more
there,
sense.
Yeah. Uh-oh.
I did not. So that means the Complexity was in a great position.
Yeah.
At the time that we jumped in, wow, I completely missed that as well.
Yeah, I mean it was a very even game at that time, and Complexity was in the lead even. But yeah, these last couple of fights have been all BMG here.
Magnus is in a great position, by the way, now, and they just pick up a hard cons on Midas.
Really?
If they can get a nice eruption off. Yeah, I think it was. Yeah.
Huh. Okay. Hard guns, huh? Is it, alright. I guess, I mean, I was looking at the Hellboards, because, again, usually with the Harkons, it's more of a case of they're stacking armor like crazy, but, I mean, they got the sacks. Yeah, okay, I can see it. Got Demonic here. They do have all the auras, really, so.
They need damage at least, but, yeah, let's see how it works out. They need to do something. Magnus needs to get an eruption off. The courier's coming over. If that spots Magnus, did that just spot Magnus?
Yep, probably. Probably aware of that now. Sheepstick, that is the real Sandwraith. However, counter Sheepstick on a Swiftblade. Oh my god, he got bursted right there. Rhapsody trying to save the day, but gets stopped immediately. Swiftblade will fall shortly after. Didn't even get off Swift Slashes. He's staying dead. Eruption comes out from Magnus, though. There's something, but no, the Elemental Void. And he has a second one just in case, but here come the GG well played. That is going to do it, so they will split the series. No, the BMG takes the series here. 2-0 against Complexity. So there you go. That's how that one will finish. And that's
so
how
they're tied on 4 points now as well.
Yeah, again, let me update it here real quickly. I get a overall idea. But so yeah, they went 2-0 against them. So that means they're at 4 points. As Complexity is now 0-1-1. Okay, so yeah, BMG is now at 4 points, and Complexity, of course, remains at 1. So, yep, that's you got 3 teams at 4 points right now. Granted, both Sync and Druids have played 3 games, where Bad Monkey Gaming only played 2 games so far. So, they are technically in first place, but obviously it doesn't even matter until the very end how it all shapes up here. But here you go, guys, more of a visual representation. So, Complexity able to split the series earlier against Druids, but can't do the same against BMG. Thus, sitting at 1 point there. There you go. So that's how it's going to be going into tomorrow, where every team, again, they play 4 matches in total, once against each other team, and then from there we figure it out as far as tiebreakers go. Again, you see at the bottom, it's, especially with this format, it is very likely to have some tiebreakers necessary. But it'll be prioritized based on what it says below, where head-to-head will, of course, be first. But then after that, it's actually based on kill differential per game of the involved team. So that's also very interesting. That's going to be interesting to see how that may play out as far as solving some tiebreakers here in these group stages. So
definitely. It's bound to happen that there's some teams that are going to be tied at least.
Yeah. Yes, there is. All right, though, but that is going to wrap it up for today as far as coverage goes and as far as the matches here. So shout out to all the teams, and congratulations to all the winners, of course. Znui, any final words from you? Any shout-outs, anything you want to say?
Shout out to the DreamHack crew. They've actually started to like set everything up on place now. They're looking for more members here. I can see on their Facebook page that they're starting to like construct everything.
Oh yeah.
So that's pretty cool. Setting up the servers and all that kind of stuff. I mean, the DreamHack record is at 120 gigabyte per second. Looking to beat that this year, I assume. And that's actually enough for everyone in Asia to have like one video call running at the same time. So it's impressive for sure. And of course, it takes a little bit of time to build that up. So they need to start in time. But looking to be awesome at least. That's my point.
That's really cool. Yeah, of course, you live there in Jönköping, so you're able to give us live update reports.
Yeah,
I
actually walked by there earlier today and seemed to be quite a busy time.
Very cool. Very cool. All right, well, yeah, shout out to that. Obviously, looking forward to that. And, again, that's one of the reasons for this event here. Well, the main reason, if anything. But these DreamHack warm-up, summer warm-up tournament that we're calling it here. Again, it's helping to get the teams a little more practice going into that DreamHack event. And also give it a little bit of something on the line, the $1,500 prize pool here